Every business runs on a framework. It is not luck, it is structure, it is strategy. In my leader framework, I teach women how to build, scale, and sell their businesses. So, what does that mean? I teach them how to build a solid infrastructure so their business is set up properly. I teach them how to create scalable assets so that way, in their assets and in offers, not only is it marketable to the general public in their industry, but also marketable to another business. And then finally, I teach them how to sell that asset. So one, they can sell it to their consumer and or client. And finally, they can sell it to another business owner so my leaders can exit with ease. So if you are meeting me for the very first time, welcome. My name is Tracie Collins. I'm a business and brand strategist for women in leadership, and I teach women how to build, scale, and sell their businesses. So if you want more content like this, if you like stuff like this, and you too are looking to build a business or brand, then hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, because it takes nothing away from you, but it definitely lets the YouTube algorithm know that you want more content like this. So let's get started. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to build your own framework for your own business. In your business, what transformation and or result do you constantly deliver? So for me, again, I work with women in leadership, which means they have to be in the C-suite space or other corporations themselves. But in that space, I teach them how to build, scale, and sell. So in your framework, you must find a problem, create the solution, and it should be repeatable. So making sure that in creating your framework that you have identified a problem for your core audience and you are leading them to a solution. Your framework is essentially what your business messaging and branding stands on. That is your business model. So when you engage with your audience, you are constantly using the same framework. And in creating your journey, you want to showcase how are you getting your ideal customer, client, and or other businesses A, B, and C. So how are you getting them from point A to C in the shortest amount of time with the most effective strategy in working with you? Okay. And in doing so, you want to create a visual for this particular client so they see the benefit of working with you and the desired outcome that they are seeking. Each stage of the process has its own focus, its own tools, and its own deliverables. So I'm going to use or show you guys my leader framework to help give you more clarity. As you guys know, I have my notes over to the side because I don't want to miss a beat. I want to make sure I give you guys all of the fundamentals so you can create your framework for yourself. So in using my leader framework, this is how it works. So the L, which is leverage your power. So stepping into your brilliance and understanding how to monetize on that. And your brilliance is what makes you unique. So how are you bringing forth that unique positioning of yourself? And your uniqueness comes from who you are, your business experience, your lived experience, your educational experience. Like all of that makes up who you are. So we're bringing forth that brilliance. Secondly is the E, engineer the business infrastructure. I'm huge on infrastructure. What is the foundation of your business like? So putting in place, establishing the systems, the growth, and the automation support. Establish a foundation so you can create a solid structure for your business to run on. If you build a house, you cannot build a sturdy house on a shaky foundation. It just does not work. It's the same concept in business. Next is A, architect the offer suite. What irreversible high value offers are you putting in your business structure and your framework? What are you using? Are you creating offers? Are you creating digital products? Are you creating courses? Are you creating consultations? What are you doing? What are you offering that your potential customer or client can gain. The next is D, develop brand visibility and authority. So be seen. As we know in today's business landscape, visibility is currency. People have to know who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, what is the mission that drives you, what is the passion behind the purpose, what is growing your presence on social media. And in doing this, not only does it position you as a thought leader in your industry, but it also positions you as the go-to person in your industry. And that is what I have embedded into my framework. The next is because it's lead her, which is a spin on the word leader for me, is harness the power of profit systems. Generate consistent income with ease and automation. So putting the systems, here we go again with systems, the systems and structure in place so that way it's easy. So is the customer journey and experience and booking time with you, is it easy? People do not like to have a lot of steps along the way. Everything, because we live in a microwave society, people want quickly. So if it takes too many steps to get to their desired outcome, they are going to click away and they are never coming back. Your job is to eliminate the steps, make it easy as possible through your automation system. Next is expand or exit with excellence. I am an exit strategy queen. I've exited companies, I have exited countries. So, in doing so, what is your exit strategy? Are you making sure that you are putting assets in place so you can eventually execute an effective exit? Wow. But basically, that is exactly what you're doing. You are scaling your business, you are preparing it for a sale on your terms. Your terms, what does that look like? What does the end goal look like? How are you setting up your business for success? And finally, R, reclaim your time. Rewire what your leadership looks like. So, in reclaiming your time, you've sold an asset that you've created. You've now reclaimed your time. You have ease, you have money that from the sale, you have things that you are able to live on. And now it gives you another opportunity to either put that into something new, which for creatives like me, we always have to have something going on, or rest. There's that R again. So, do you understand when you have your framework, what is the customer or client journey that you are going to take them through that they can see and visualize for themselves in working with you that they would not have gotten on their own? The next thing is name it. Name it something catchy. So, in my case, again, I love using myself as an example. Leader is a word on the word lead, obviously, leader, but lead her. And the reason I chose it to be spelled that way is because we are not only becoming leaders or stepping into our leadership ourselves, but we're bringing other women along the way. Because one key component about being a leader is that you're not an effective leader until you teach other people how to lead. So, in naming your framework, is it leader framework is not mine, but yours, but framework on the end, or method, or signature, like what is your framework going to be named? And then putting some kind of key design with it that resonates emotionally with your ideal customer and or client. Your next step is going to be documenting it. So, writing it down for presentations, writing it down for it to be found easily, writing it down for any speech presentations that you may do, writing it down and embedding it into your courses, into your products, into your master classes. Writing it down so when people read about you or engage and encounter you, they understand, oh, they're walking me through their framework. Every business has a solid framework, even if you know it or not. Trust me, every business has a solid framework that they are using, repeat, and rinse over and over again. Now that you have started teaching your framework, what does this do? Number one, it sets brand authority. It positions your brand and what goes along with it. and in rinse and repeat method, so people understand what they get when they come to you. It makes the audience know that number one, you are consistent in your messaging and you know exactly what you're talking about, which makes you an authority in that space. Your framework is your intellectual property. Your framework is your licensing component that can lead you and your customers and clients to 6 and 7 and 8 figure businesses. Your framework is the foundation. It is the model in which you stand on and your business stands on. So create your framework. Use the tools that are out there to support your framework. If you don't really understand, use ChatGTP just to flush out the idea and then have it come up with something that really resonates with you and start standing on that, start teaching it, start embedding it into your messaging, your branding, and your model. So that way, when people engage with you, they understand this is the person that I need to be working with. So if you are interested in more of how to create this, be sure to get the free download embedded within this video description about how to create your own framework. If you want to book private time with me, you can absolutely do so. The link is in the description. But for all my leaders and business owners out there, you got this. But it's easy. This is just a rinse and repeat that you are creating for your business. And it just, once you understand what your framework is, it gets easier to market and message your brand because you have embedded it into your brain. And also now you're creating customer experiences, customers' journeys based on your framework. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next.